Hello, welcome to me playing Cult of the Lamb again. Okay, apparently I have to clean 11 poops. That is not 11. Okay. Okay. No. Lamb, Alfred, Bed West. If you eat pineapple on pizza, you are pretty poggers. Hey, listen to the sermon. Hey there, friend. Convert me to your cult. I will follow you, your teachings faithfully. Okay, Hutty, your name's going to be Jose. Jose. Your color is going to be this. Your variant will be this. You will go chop down trees. Done. I'll be back. Students of Satan, I will be back.
Math. That's how I kill people, I just say math. Capsaicin. Oh, that's me. Record.
There. Giraffe.
I caught myself a giraffe leg.
I'm gonna put on the Chucky Season 1 kill count.
Huh. Oh, my nose. I hate my nose.
Of liquor lights Lucas up like an alcoholic Christmas tree. Jake comes downstairs to find his father getting electrocuted. One eye blown out, just like Jill's was first. Jake doesn't even notice. Leaving Chucky behind. Or commercial break jump scare. The death is blamed on misadventure due to alcohol, but it still seems suspicious to police detective Kim Evans, who we earlier saw as Devin Evans' mom. After all, Jake has a bloody nose from his dad's abuse. And that doll. Fucking doll is so weird. Jake is picked up by his Uncle Logan, who takes him back to their enormous mansion of a house. Jesus Christ, how high are their heating bills? While Aunt Bree is warm and welcoming, Junior's not pleased to be living across the hall from his cousin, and his cousin's weird fucking doll. Before the first episode ends, Chucky reveals himself to Jake with a slap and a showcase of his latest incredible animatronics.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend today. Mighty fucking hoe.
Chucky tells Jake that his dad deserved to die because he was an abusive asshole. Jake, while surprised, knows who Chucky is thanks to his earlier internet searching.
You really are supposed to be Ray. But my friends all call me Chucky.
It was Chucky's POV that we started the series with, Little Charles Lee Ray in 1965. We'll learn all about Charles in flashbacks throughout the show, but one thing's clear already, this kid ain't been right from the start. Jake returns to school a week after his dad's death. Lexi is still talking shit, while Junior is more humane about his uncle.
He was a drunk. It's like an accident waiting to happen. actually really sad.
I really liked Teo Briones' performance as Junior Wheeler. It'd be easy to make this character for a one-note little shitter, but Briones gives it faith of humanity. He's also written with a lot of sympathy because of how much pressure he's under thanks to his dad.
Dad, stay on till the 15th. We don't want you getting injured a week before the most important race of your life.
Devin stops Jake in the hallway to convince him since his dad also died when he was young. He invites Jake to a Halloween party that night and says he should bring Chucky along.
You two really killed the internet. At the talent show.
Right now, Chucky's at home, making life miserable for Annie. Chucky wouldn't have had such an easy time killing this poor, innocent woman. Always gotta remind the audience that the branding is wrong. Chucky is not a good guy. Annie's body is found by Jake and Junior and carted away by the police. Damn, Hackensack's body bag business is booming. I love the commentary here where Bree and Logan claim that Annie was like family to them, only to be unable to answer where she lives or who her family is. Detective Evans' partner, Sean Payton, openly voices his suspicions towards Jake. It gets Logan and Bree defensive of their nephew, but also maybe a little concerned. Jake is pissed at his new friend to the end for killing Annie and for reading his journal.
You could just call it Devin.
But Chucky's he's more accepting than Jake's late father.
I have a weird kid. You have a kid. Gender fluid. You're cool with it. I'm not a monster, Jake.
Chucky promises that Annie's death was an accident, but says that Jake should purposely kill Lexi. Like his dad, he deserves it. He did tease him in front of the whole school after all. Chucky's always been manipulative, but it's easier when the kid is 6 years old. Jake is not 6 years old. He's not 6 years old. That means instead of appealing to authority, Chucky's gonna have to exploit emotional insecurities. Lexi Cross is at her home, Hackensack's mayoral mansion. Her mayor mom is Michelle Cross, her dopey dad is Nathan, and her younger sister is Caroline, who's been psyched about Chucky ever since seeing him at the talent show. She's already drawing Chucky fan art. I wonder if she could draw him on a dime cell. The Cross parents are proud of Caroline's latest interest. They have less patience for Lexi's snark.
Lexi, your sister has a gift. And she's better at this than you've ever been at anything in your entire life.
Oh, damn. Michelle tells Lexi she has to take Caroline trick-or-treating, but Lexi ain't gonna let that stop her from going to Oliver's Halloween party and another absurdly large mansion. What
the fuck do they have such big mansions? I got this. Oh shit, he's dead. Yes.
Oh, we educate you. Wait, aren't you Alfred? Alfred! Pet dog. Hey! Dead West. Bed West. Bed West. Spuggles. You know what? Yeah, that's a pretty cool name. Captain Sparkle. I had to. Worship you, please. I will sacrifice you.
know what? Gotta do a sermon. A sermon of the day. I'll go keep. Oh, someone's joined my stream. Hello, welcome. Soon I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner because it's hot in my room. Turn on my AC first. Bam. Second, AC. Now I'm going to be nice and cold down. Welcome back, or welcome to my stream.
I get 2 things for this path, so I take this path. Yeah, I ain't got enough, sorry man. You can take Sonic. Again. Okay, that's a pretty hard level.
What the fuck do these parents even do? The ginormous houses in this series are a good reflection of its higher budget. I couldn't find any exact numbers, but it sounds like they got a lot more money than they had for Cursed Cult.
I thought, wow, it's like you hit the big time because, you know, sometimes with those Chucky movies, they would be like, oh, you want to make another Chucky movie? Okay, here's 27 cents. And we'd be like, okay, nobody drink the coffee. We need that money to pay the ADR, you know.
It's not just the square footage of these places either. The production design is great, done by Craig Sandels, who returns after working on the Gothic Mansion in Curse and the Blinding White Asylum in Cult. I especially liked his work at Perry Middle School, which was done up in red and black to evoke The Shining. Junior's heading to the party, dressed like his dad in his glory days, and while Jake intends to stay at home at first, he's forced to hit the town when he realizes Chucky is gone. That little bastard is out trick-or-treating in a Hello Kitty mask.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
He hits up a woman named Gladys Kravitz, played by Jamila Ross, giving a delightful performance.
When I was your age.
I was hired to kite. Enough the time.
Chucky asks Gladys where the party at. Chuck is on the way where the Bacardi at. She tells him, and as thanks, he gives her an apple with a razor blade inside. Later, she reports the trick and gives a description of Chucky's good guy outfit, furthering Detective Evans' feeling that something just ain't right. At the party, Junior finds Lexi in the bedroom and asks her to be careful of Jake. Earlier, he found her profile on his laptop, not knowing it was Chucky, victim research. She talks down to him for trying to protect her, because Lexi is dismissive of her boy toy. At least she has good taste in Elijah Wood horror movies.
Come to daddy.
Come to daddy! Jake gets to the party.
Happy birthday!
Lexi, but before he can find her, he and Devin are shoved into a closet by the party host Oliver. 7 minutes in hell! That's not even lying, dumb idiots. Devin tries to get Jake to open up to him, but Jake's issues with plastic people are too much for him to share. They're let out of hell without any fun sins having passed between them. Chucky has found Caroline and is playing video games with her. His fake killing was lame, though.
You could kill the housekeeper? You could kill the babysitter? You can even kill your sister.
Just like he was doing with Jake, Chucky's trying to convince a kid that killing is cool. Check out this stab to the back. This stab to the back. Damn it, maybe next time. With the makeout session completed, Lexi changes into her Halloween costume, which turns out to be Jake's dad as he was electrocuted to death. Wow, it is hard to hate a character more than Lexi right now. It's so cruel it even gives her pause before she gets back to yucking it up. Jake nearly leaves and comes back to confront Lexi, who sees Chucky about to attack her with a knife. Jake stops him and leaves from the party with the doll, back to his aunt and uncle's home. There, Chucky apologizes for hitting her.
I promise I will never do that again. Not before.
Chucky's dialogue to Jake is very much that of an abuser. The show deals with what would be obvious, which Chucky is kind of the poster doll for. Whether emotional, verbal, or physical, that little bastard has abused and harassed countless people. Right now, his manipulation seems to be working. He reiterates that Lexi deserves to die. Jake takes the knife to show off his blade face. Chucky chillaxes and tells Jake it'll be easy to kill Lexi with a knife.
Why hard? Try choking someone with these.
They are little plastic baby hands, but Jake still isn't sure that he's a killer, unlike Chucky, who's been a killer for a long time. He flashes back and reminisces about his first ever victim.
You gotta find that special someone.
It's the first of many times this series equates killing with sex, a metaphor mostly explored in Charles Lee Ray's backstory flashbacks, which, by the way, are done in such a fun style. They're a joy to watch. In the present, Devin tells Jake he feels bad about Lexi's Halloween costume.
I wish I could, protect you or something.
Jake is thinking he can protect that shoulder if he tried. After school, Jake considers his murder options for Lexi. Maybe go Grim Reaper on Miguel, a little Friday 5, ooh, some Day of Blood, a classic, and an underrated kill count, I might add. Lexi shows up at Jake's murder garage, asking if she can have Chucky. Her sister Caroline has become fixated on the doll.
I want Chucky!
Caroline is meant to be on the spectrum. It's never outright said, but it's pretty obvious from her behavior, which includes common symptoms like aversion to touch. I think the character is well written and well acted by the young Karuna Batteries. Lexi actually does care about her little sister. She tries to get the doll by being nice to Jake. I love how much it seems like an apology physically pains her.
I'm sorry. I hurt your feelings.
And she can't even commit to the face turn.
Even though you're like a weird social tumor who's creepy AF, and you thought you could mess with me in the comedy show.
Jake tells Lexi to fuck off, but take it as a win, Lex. A minute ago, he was about to murder you with a split diopter shot. In his room later, Jake regrets backing down, especially with Chucky chastising him.
It's called completion anxiety.
This is a callback to how Nika taunted Chucky with curse over his failure to kill Andy Barkley.
It's called completion anxiety. It's very common in males.
Chucky says he can take care of Lexi for Jake. Just give him the knife and drop him off at the cross house. Easy peasy. Here you go, Caroline. Is there a leaking balloon somewhere? By doing this,
Yo, who popped my balloons? I need those. Those things float. Those float too.
What would your dead mom say, Jake? Or your dead dad? Never mind, fuck that guy. Even if he's not the
your dead
worst
dad.
person buried in the cemetery. The Cross parents are out for the night, so Lexi has a party with a bunch of kids, a bunch of booze, and one Chucky doll.
I do like booze.
The party is a silent disco.
Wait, no, I
to the
don't.
same song on headphones. From the outside, it's like that Beach Boys Shred video. Lexi shows a shred of humanity when she agrees to sing Caroline to sleep. Hilariously, it's Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper.
Seasons don't fear the reaper.
Aw, that was real nice, Lexi.
My money.
I'm gonna go kill your sister. Wanna come?
I guess not. Chucky gets his stab on, but it's not Lexi like he thinks. It's that kid Oliver.
Oh, shit. My bad.
It doesn't really matter to him, though. He repeatedly stabbed Oliver.
Shit. My bad.
This isn't the best looking attack. Some of those look like the stab equivalents of Shane McMahon's punches. But cumulatively, they get the job done. After more than 30 of them, Oliver is dead. Another flashback takes us to a time when young Charles Lee Ray awoke to a commotion in the house. A serial killer, reported earlier on the radio, had broken into their home and murdered Charles's father Peter with repeated stabbings to the chest. Charles and his mother Elizabeth fled upstairs and hid in the closet Laurie Strode style. The haversack slash followed to finish off the job, only to open the closet and find that the work was already done for him.
I helped.
You got guts, kid.
Yep, Charles Lee Ray's first victim was his own mother. With some encouragement from a professional, he learned his true calling that day. So that's Charles's backstory. He wasn't abused or mistreated as a kid. Instead, similar to Michael Myers, he had a loving family and comfortable middle-class life.
She's a sociopath. That's how he was born. This kid was going to be a killer no matter what.
Straight from the man himself. Chucky was going to be a killer no matter what. Lexi
No matter what.
Chucky jumps on her back, doing the Chucky flail we know and love, and the sparks from her joint cause a fire to erupt. Chucky reveals himself to Lexi against this flaming backdrop, but works so hard even the Blu-ray can use up.
This is for Jake. You fucking little...
Chucky, you're just a little tyrant heap of nastiness. Also,
Yes.
kids ain't feel that heat. Looks like that fireball was a practical explosion, popped into a separate shot of the kid's dance.
Don't worry, I can
The
never
shot
feel
of fire
heat.
racing across the banister is an homage to the Changeling,
That's
previously
the talk.
referenced in Curse of Chucky, with the eyeball bouncing down the stairs. We never see the...
No matter what. And I don't want to be Skittles.
see the conclusion of Chucky's fiery attack, and that's always disappointed me. Instead, we go to the hospital, where Jake sees the consequences of his actions. Mostly, a lot of teens on ventilators. At least Devin seems okay. Hi. Lexi shook, because now she knows the truth.
Chucky did it.
Okay, but how'd you escape his attack? How? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You know,
Yeah,
in all the
I'm
Chucky
also
movies,
asking
they
that.
never really
How?
do well on a person's incredulous reaction to the reality of a talking doll. I like that we get that with Lexi, until she ultimately comes to the usual conclusion. What a dick. She gets pissed at Jake for sending Chucky to kill her, which also got her little sister hospitalized. But her parents blame her for the fire, and everyone else will probably think that her doll tail's a tall tale. She's forced to partner up with Jake so they can figure out how to stop the doll from killing her successfully. A hospital lobby parent meeting devolves into an argument, since Logan blames Lexi and the Cross family for the fire that damaged his son's lungs. It's a great intersection of these characters. Just back on a second, Jack. Oh. Shit, who decided to show up? I'm glad the Chucky series has compelling adult characters to go alongside the kids. I especially enjoy the dynamic between the Wheelers, how Logan needs Junior to love cross country like he did.
Oh, here. I love cross country. Oh, boy.
Since Detective Evans keeps grilling her kid about Jake's doll, he uses the internet to look up pictures of Jennifer Tilly. Learn about Chucky and his past. Oh, hi Nika. This segues into another flashback.
Are you sure he doesn't want to look at Jennifer Tilly?
Great updated fashion and color palette from the previous episode's flashbacks in the 60s. Props to costume designer Catherine Ashton.
No.
Authentic vintage threads, or are they retro? Charles manipulated the younger kids in the orphanage and led them on a stand-by me quest to find a dead body. It's a janitor who worked there, whose throat Charles has slit, and whose hand has been cut off so he can be the Captain Hook of Charles's Peter Pan. Two of the kids flee, but one stick-poking bastard earns Charles's respect. He repeats, and two of the kids and whose hand has been cut off so he could be the Captain Hook of Charles's Peter Pan. Two of the kids
Disgusting,
flee, but
man.
one stick-poking bastard earns Charles's
How
respect.
did he cut his hand off like
Zack
that?
Slasher once told him.
Good, good.
Whoa, what the fuck was that? Weird fucking decision there. We knew that was Chucky already, so, I don't know, I guess they're just having a little fun. Later, we see that the janitor's death caused Charles Lee Ray to flee the orphanage, but not before he left a gift for his kid protege. The gift was the janitor's hand, and that kid was Albert Einstein. Just kidding, he was someone else. Haha, that's right. The Chucky series gives us an origin story for Eddie Caputo, Charles Lee Ray's accomplice the night he was gunned down in a toy store, and one of his earliest victims as a doll. Jake and Lexi sneak into her burnt-out shell of a mayor's mansion to see if Chucky's still there. While they search, they argue about the conflicts between them.
You went straight to murder?
He dressed up as my dead dad in front of everyone. Yeah, both those things pretty fucked up. The argument ends up accidentally pushing Lexi over the edge in an homage to North by Northwest. Jake catches her on the way down, but that's when a fucked up Chuck up and emerges from the shadows. Mancini loves finding new damaged appearances for Chucky to have. Old Burn Boy tells Jake that all he has to do is let go.
The world's gonna be better off with that photo. Just one less little bitch Karen on
Ooh.
Jake says no, he's not a killer. He pulls Lexi up while the doll does his best to reach her. Sorry, not a chance. The doll becomes still when Detective Peyton walks in and tells the kids to come with him back to the hospital. He'll take Chucky too, since Detective Evans has been asking about it. Lovely fucking solidifying an unlikely friendship. It's nice to see them on good terms. Actors Zachary Arthur and Olivia Allen Lynn had actually known each other for 80 years already, since they were both not transparent back when they were real young, like 5 years old or something. Lexi was
Damn, imagine being a kid.
to run into Devin, who says he learned about Chucky on the internet, so it must be true. Together, they determined that Chucky was
Don't believe everything on the internet, man.
most infamous killer, Charles Lee Ray, aka the Lakeshore Strangler.
But he never really strangled me. He was more of like a mangler.
Yo, that's what I've been saying. He's much more of a stabber. Detective Peyton takes Chucky into Caroline's room, then ransacks the snack rack. Chucky knows those are meant for Caroline, so he throws a scalpel into Peyton's back. Oh, wait, no, dude, don't fall back. Oh, no! Straight through the spine, paralyzing him. It's a much more graphic version of the attack on Sullivan in Child's Play 3. Chucky sticks his hand into a needle bucket and takes advantage of Peyton's immobility. You might feel a little prick. He proceeds to go nutso with the needles, mincing Peyton's chest and injecting him with a whole bunch of drugs. The cocktail makes him bleed out like Eleven was killing him with her mind. God, I love hospitals. Chucky pulls a plug, and an alarm brings everyone to Caroline's room, where they quickly fix the issue, but also discover Peyton's body. That is not proper needle disposal. But then again, you know Chucky. He's never been a proper lad, has he, kids? Another set of flashbacks jumps forward another decade. Now the film projector transition and grainy look of the 60s and 70s is replaced with VCR tracking and an interlaced video appearance for the 80s. Charles Lee Ray is looking more like we remember him from the first movie. In other words, very we so. He sees a chick named Delilah who's too aggro for her mans to handle, so Charles makes his move.
It's a shame your friend had to run off like that.
In one of my favorite parts of the show, flashback Charles Lee Ray is played by Fiona Doran, who of course plays Nika Pierce. Fiona is also, of course, the daughter of Brad Doran, the original actor for Charles Lee Ray, and who provides the speaking voice that Fiona lip-syncs to in these flashbacks.
I promise you, I'm not like anybody else.
This is hilarious on so many levels. In Cult, Fiona had to play Nika, possessed by Charles Lee Ray. In other words, she had to play her dad in spirit, and now she's doing it physically. It's also funny that her dad played Ray, and then she played Ray, and now they're playing Ray together. Finally, the casting fits with how the Chucky franchise is always playing around with gender.
It also seemed very on brand for our franchise, having Fiona Dora, a woman, playing a cis male role.
Fiona already resembles her dad a lot, so all they had to do was apply minor prosthetics to her nose and chin and make her eyebrows a little bushier. She was honored to take on the role, though acknowledged how strange it was to play her dad.
It was so weird. It was so weird. That's all I got. It was weird.
Charles and Delilah pick up another woman, who they take to the Hotel Hackensack for HLA. When Charles breaks out at night, the new girl doesn't skip a beat.
Do it. Do it now.
That gets Charles excited, but it's too much for Delilah. He responds by stabbing her in the chest, then hands the knife over to his new gal pal, who stabs Delilah until she gives herself an orgasm and a vocal cord transplant.
It's never happened to that before. Is that me?
Yep, this is young Tiffany Valentine, played by Blaze Crocker, lip-syncing to Jennifer Tilly's voice. Sometimes it doesn't work perfectly,
Boy, you really know how to tell a girl a good time.
but I'm still excited to see this backstory. Blaze Crocker is half Asian, just like Jennifer Tilly is half Chinese. That helped Tilly deal with the fact that someone else was now playing her favorite character.
Well, I always knew this day was coming when they bring in a younger Tiffany.
In present day, Chucky and Tiffany return to the Hackensack Hotel. This Chucky being the one in Nika's body, as per the end of Cult. I call him Chuck Nika. Rolls right off the tongue. Chuck Nika's new body hasn't deterred Tiffany's lust nor her bloodlust, seeing as how there's the body of a bald dude on the floor of their suite. There's also a live dude tied up who has to bear witness as Tiffany and Chucky fall into their usual arguments.
My mother always told me, never let a man cock-block you from what really makes you happy. And eating makes me happy!
I love everything about this, from Jennifer Tilly getting to ham it up to Fiona Doran embodying a very male attitude now that she's playing Chucky. She and Tilly said it felt natural to perform their love scenes together since they have so much chemistry in real life. A shift happens after Tiffany steps out and Chuck Nika sees blood on the knife blade. Chucky falls to the ground and wakes up as Nika Pierce, unable to walk and very confused about her present situation. Maybe not as confused as their captain, though.
I'm not a killer. You don't understand. Are you fucking serious right now? I watched you murder.
She gives the guy, and the audience, a little recap of her two films, The Murder of Her Family in Curse, and her time at the psych ward in Cult. That adventure culminated in Chucky splitting his soul and putting one of the pieces in her body. Nika tries to help her captive escape, but gets a backhand in return, knocking her out as Tiffany comes back to find her on the floor. Find him on the floor, because thanks to that attack, Chucky's back. And Chucky doesn't want to let Tiffany know about this latest development.
Best if we keep this Nika bullshit between us, huh?
Damn, Chucky, that's cold. I almost got away. Caroline finally wakes up in the hospital, sounding like a good gal doll.
I like to be hugged.
She's not a fan of Chucky's left on the stove too long look, so her dad Nathan tosses him down the garbage chute. Hope he doesn't get picked up by a Jack Black looking dude. He lands in a pile of drugs and winds up looking like something out of Meet the Feebles.
God, I love hospital.
Later, the kids check for him in the sawtooth syringe pit, but it's too late. The doll is out of pocket again. They try to figure out what to do next during bio class, where Junior notices the new best friends trio. Sorry, man, you've got to give the people what they want. Jake asks if they should include his cousin, and Devin says they should, but Lexi shoots down the idea.
No, we can't bring him into this. He doesn't have the imagination.
Oh my god, that's so sad, and also probably true.
Have you guys seen Westworld? It's a crazy theme park with these hot robots, and you can, do anything you want with it.
Oh, Junior, you poor son-of-a-hearted bastard. Jake's feeling guilty over Oliver's death, but hey, it's not all bad as long as he gets to hold hands with Devin. That kid can slow down time, apparently. Holy shit, he's an X-Man!
Won't with her anymore. Every time she speaks, it's cheap silver on a mass-produced dinner plate.
I love the chemistry between Olivia Allen Lind and her real-life actor mom, Barbara Allen Woods.
I'm just proud of her.
It fits with the franchise's familial elements behind the scenes. Also, if their names sound familiar, it's because there's a whole damn clan of them. Olivia's older sisters are Natalie Allen Lind and Emily Allen Lind, the latter having been in both Babysitter movies and as Snakebite Andy in Dr. Sleep, which fucking rules. As for Nathan Cross, if he looks familiar, it's because he's played by Michael Terrio, who was in Cult of Chucky as the awful abuser Dr. Foley.
I've missed these little sessions of ours.
His mild-mannered father figure here is a nice 180 from that role. He tries to please Caroline with a new good guy doll, who rocks the standard new good guy name.
Hi, I'm Tommy. Wanna play?
Caroline hugs Tommy as a melted, wet Chucky Russell Crowe's through the window. Never feels good to get replaced by someone who's got, their full face still intact. Later, Nathan finds the half-melted Chucky doll on the floor of Caroline's room, and Lexi sees him take it out to the trash. Damn, Chucky, how many times are you gonna get thrown away? Lexi calls Jake and Devin over, and together, they bag the doll, tase it up the ass, and stomp it into literal pieces. The day is saved. Chucky is no more. Go! And as for Tommy, he should be safe. Earlier, Lexi gave him the tried and true Are You a Living Doll test. Jake and Devin take a dusty bike ride to a hilltop where they celebrate with their first ever kiss. Ooh, and their second ever kiss. Careful now, boys, don't topple over. Jake's first kiss was not autobiographical, but Mancini says it's the first kiss he wishes he had had. Later, they filter into the school auditorium along with the rest of the town for an assembly with Principal McVeigh. Mayor Michelle kicks off the assembly by declaring that Hackensack is safe, but when they try to bring out Principal McVeigh, we instead hear a synthy opening to a Yeah 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 song. Anyone familiar with the lyrics knows what's coming next. Principal McVeigh's head rolls out onto the stage with one last blink in a split diopter shot that this series loves so much. And the rolling head to deliver the show's first